Hello everybody, NachoFast here, getting back into One Night Full Circle. I just gotta say, there's the biggest heat wave of my lifetime in Finland right now. Like, we never have over like 20 degrees during the summer, but now it's like 34 gonna be tomorrow and stuff like that. It's awful. How do you people in the like southern Europe even handle this? Not to mention places like Africa, what the hell? Well, they die there, but yeah, they do. I have to quickly use an item here, because I'm pretty sure I have to collect water sample from here. There we go. Damn it! I hate this part. If the university has any faster enemies than this, then I'm gonna be fucked. I might actually have to fight against this guy actually now. Yeah, I do. But I wanna shoot him! Fuck it. I'm dead. Let it be known from me that the sewer is the worst place in this game so far. But I have the key. Fuck! I have to do it. Oh. Alright. This bug. The bug will help me. The bug will help me survive this game. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. Just die. There we go. I didn't know there was that bug. I didn't remember. Okay, seriously though. I'm pretty sure I remember what I have to do here actually. Like already, I think it was 202? The floodgate that I saw. So, oh, what? What? There we go, Jesus. Check for contaminations. There we go, that works. I believe it was 202. Yes! There we go. Come on. Lower ladder. And there's nothing here. I should go save my game, but I can't. Go there. Whoa, that was rather tense, don't you think? You wanna know what I think? You wanna know what I think? What I think is that was the worst place ever! Ever! Okay, fine, I'm like exaggerating, but you know the point. How will you respond? Glad to see you're safe. The hospital was a complete blank. I searched for Tiffany's name on the register and I combed the rooms for clues as well. Sorry. Nothing. How are you doing? Not much better than you at the moment. Nothing of interest for me at the hospital either. Did Tara tell you I'd gone to university? Tara? Was she supposed to be waiting for me? I didn't see anyone as I was leaving the hospital. I suggested to go to the university myself because it seemed like the next logical place to search. I had no idea you'd even made it to the hospital yet. I'm happy to see you're still among the living though. So you met Tara in the hospital, did you? Has she had any luck finding her brother? No more than we had. She's convinced she'll turn up soon though. She did have some interesting insights about the situation we're in though. And have you been reading anything about the technology they were supposed to be demonstrating? Apparently it was a time travel device, and the reason things are the way they are now is because someone created a time crash. A time crash? What could they possibly get done to cause such a thing? Tara said that they must have gone back in time and tried to change something. It seems to be connected to the incident you survived 7 years ago as well. Those monsters, they're similar for one. The merge? But who would you want to change? Who would want to change how that happened? What could they possibly want to change? Everyone on the base died except for me. I suppose it doesn't make sense though. The monsters I thought were facility employees who were killed and changed into monsters during the merge. If he hadn't stopped it all, If I hadn't stopped it all, it's not a stretch to suggest that they would have mutated even further. That's what's strange. We did stop the merge before that could happen. The monsters here should not have had a chance to change yet. What if I never stopped the merge? What do you mean? You think that's what they want to change? They went back in time to create an alternate timeline where I never stopped the merge. Somehow something went wrong, and when they did it though, and the machine created a second merge which pulled that alternate world into this one, suddenly filling the town with monsters. But why would anyone want to stop me from closing the merge? Perhaps the same people who tried to destroy the Marcani facility back then are behind this event too. They went back to make sure the incident they engineered played out as they originally meant it to. What is it for? And even so, it still doesn't explain what those shadow people have to do with this. But anyway, a world where the merge went on forever, without me running around fighting the monsters. This means Tiffany really could be alive. If I was never there to lead her to her death, But even if she wasn't killed when you were with her, the merge never closed. If the merge never closed, wouldn't she just been killed later anyway? How could she survive 7 years in there? She could have become a monster herself. Besides, it doesn't account for the letter you received or what happened to Alyssa. Alyssa was never part of the merge in the first place. Well, I guess we'll find out eventually, won't we? I have a feeling that everything will be revealed very soon. We can't have come all this way for nothing. Last save point, please, because I believe we're getting very close to the end of the game. This might actually be the last episode of this game. I'm pretty sure it is. Stillwater University. This is where it all began. Kind of gives you the chills, doesn't it? You can say that again. How does a small town campus like this manage to cause destruction on this scale? Because of the data the government gathered from the Marcani facility incident, the technology required to conduct quantum experiments became quite commonplace. This university's research was funded by the mining outfit here in Stillwater, so it had a head start in the research race, but to think that so many people would die as a result. So, where do you think we should look first? Despite it all, this is a pretty big campus. I'm not sure exactly where the accident occurred, so we should split up and explore separately. No! Don't split up, you moron! Have you ever been in a crisis situation? I'm not even gonna say horror, because fuck horror, that doesn't matter. If you are in a crisis situation where there are monsters around, you don't fucking go separately. Sounds good to me. Where's the result then? You go into the main and just here. I go around the back and leave it into the way in. Is that okay? Sure. Will you be okay alone? But this place is an interesting monster, but there should be some. It's like it should supposed to be before, remember? The final lesson, that's a good word for me. I don't want to meet you. I'm gonna use that speech for the rest of the game for these characters. Fuck these characters. They're so dumb. Well, to Stillwater then. Just give me a fucking save point. Ammo, really? That's what I need. Yeah, sure, why not? I can't wander around too much. Clock key. I seriously do not care. Ah! There we go. First aid kit for first. Yeah, thank you. Professor's notes. I'm gonna read them right away, and I also have one of those water thingies. Ah! Thank you. I'm never gonna go the fucking sewer again. That would have been awful if I died here like wandering around. Okay. I'm gonna read the Professor's notes. On the Dean's insistence, I had a new high-security lock installed in the physics laboratory in light of the recent breakthroughs. Those who want to get inside now will need to present all 4 keys to gain entry. I decided to be a bit whimsical and had the keys patterned after elemental symbols. Each of the cleared grad students should have their own set of keys by now, but I decided to have an extra set made for emergencies. I gave one of the spare keys to the Dean, and the others I hid around campus. I put one in the old unused cupboard in the chemistry room. Poison gas is released if anyone removes the key. I hid the third key in the art department. There's a clever mechanism in the student gallery that's rigged to open when a code derived from the numbers of the artworks. I put the final key inside a hidden compartment behind the clock in the main lecture hall. It will open upon completion of a logical puzzle. I think I've outdone myself this time. I told the dean my love of video games would come in handy for keeping the keys hidden. Yeah, fuck you. I think I'm gonna actually have to use the... Yeah. I have to. I have no choice. I literally do not have a choice. So, let's continue wandering around. Whoa, excuse me, sir? Are you okay, or are you a monster? Well, that is the question, isn't it? Now that you're here, I think we'll all be okay very soon. Who are you? Have you been here this whole time? Ever since the accident? I haven't felt the need to go anywhere else. This university is my home, after all. I'm John Faraday. I was the dean here. The experiment was supposed to usher in a golden age for us, yet... The experiment? Do you know what happened here? Of course, I'm the one who planned it out from the very beginning. If that man hadn't turned up when he did, none of this would have happened. Man? What man? You mean Colt? You of all people should know what I'm talking about. It astounds me that after all that you went through, you're on his side now. He really did a number on us, didn't he? You must be mistaking me for someone else. I only just met Colt. I didn't even know him. I'm just looking for my sister Alyssa. I thought she'd be here at the university, but... Is Colt the enemy? What? Colt? Why Colt? Your sister? Ah, yes, that's right. I remember now. You received a letter telling you to come here, didn't you? Yes. Do you know anything? Is Alyssa still here? She was never here in the first place. Take this key and go to the laboratory where the accident occurred. You'll find the answers you seek there. You are given the fire pin. What's waiting for me in the laboratory? Will Alyssa be there? Tell me. You'll find out soon enough. I've got nothing else to say. Give me to my thoughts. Paradise knows. Let me read those notes. I'm really interested because I thought the bitch, the girl, was the... Could Colt have... Why would Colt kill her? That doesn't make any sense. There's not long to go now. If all goes well tomorrow, we'll have erased Colt from the timeline and the power of the merge will be ours at last. If we can tap into the alternate timeline that will be created, we'll finally have the power that we've been denied ever since the catastrophe in the mansion. It's been a long time coming. I only hope that the one we choose to go back after him is competent enough. I don't care about power, I care about safety. Fuck power. More fast, guys. Really? East wing key, thank you. That guy shouldn't be able to get here at least very quickly, so I can Paradise knows too. What's the point with all this? Damn it all! We didn't plan for the cult of this world to turn up. How did he know to come here? Does he know that we are the ones who funded the last merge as well? The idiot went back in time to stop Tom from killing the cult of the alternate timeline, and now all hell's broken loose. Wait, Tom? Aren't I Tom? We should have taken steps to prevent two versions of cult appearing in one timeline. Now time itself is warped and we're stuck with the remnants of the ruined timeline here. There has to be some way to remedy this. Perhaps if we could find Colt and kill him once and for all, we'd be able to end the time crash. But how to draw him back to Stillwater? Or what of Tom? I would need to be he who performs. It would need to be he who performs the act. But he vanished into the night after the accident, along with Colt. I will need to ponder this. The plan will need to be flawless if it is to succeed. What? Read the verse. The verse is engraved into the face. 3 fallen villains, terrible criminals all 3. 3. It is decreed that they receive no mercy. Cruelty was their plea. The name exchanged for numbers 6, 10, and 12. The punishments are thus: 6 is for the rack to be stretched to twice of his size. 10 shall be rent in half and bled dry until he dies. First crime the worst of all, and the punishment to match. To be cut into pieces of 6 and hung until the skin is black. And justice is served at last. So is it like only one of them? So that would be like 12 plus 5 plus 2, so it would be 19. There we go, so that's how you do it. A cold pin. Thank you. Come again. No. The earth pin, it's all the... Yeah, I know how this works. Oh, these places are full of enemies. Another one of Faraday's nose. Yeah, this is my favorite sound of the game. We found them. It took us all 3 months, but we managed to track them both down. Neither of them have memories of the incident leading to the time crash. This is better than I hoped. It will be easy enough to do a cold here, but the other... If the incident has truly made him believe he is human, then it could seem to him that the cover he used when hunting cold is real. If so, this is very fortunate. I'll get Terra's opinion on the plan first before I decide to send the letters. She'll know best how to approach the truth while keeping the truth hidden until the very end. Tom is not a human! Is that a weapon? Oh, it is! But I'm gonna use the shovel for... Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna use the shovel for now. Oh, I'm outside. That seems good, I hope. Student's memo. I hope this one has the code for the thingamajigger. I can't for the life of me remember where I left my stuff. I remember taking it with me to chemistry, but I've had 3 more classes since then, and I can't recall exactly when I lost it. I can't trust that the students here won't try to open my briefcase if they find it, so I better think hard. At the very least, I should be safe as long as nobody knows the code is half of 6424. So 3, 1. No, wait. 3212, right? There we go. Gas mask. There we go, the poison gas has filtered away and the door is unlocked. That worked out for me, so I now have 3 pins. Where was the last one? I can't remember anymore. But yeah, I have a theory of what I should do. I'm actually gonna equip my electric saw, and I remember there was a door that was welded shut, so I'm wondering if I could like saw it open? This one, right? No, it wasn't that one. Fuck me. Go away. Please, just go away. There we go now, please. There we go. I'm so stupid. There we go. The gallery key. Now I have everything. Now I can go to the art gallery. And then I quite do believe that we will be getting towards the end of the game. Oh, the dude! Still running around everywhere trying to find clues, I see. Haven't you figured out yet what's going on? It's you. Yes, and I'd have thought by now that you'd have begun to remember me, but it seems that it hasn't yet come to pass. I didn't think you had gotten this bad. If there's something I should know about what's going on here, then why don't you tell me? Why are you trying so hard to keep it hidden? Because our plan wasn't to let you in on the truth, Tom. It was simply to bring you here to Stillwater, where it all began. We hoped you'd come to remember it all on your own. Bring me here? Hold on. You're the one who sent me the letter, aren't you? So Elisa isn't really here. That's right. I'm ashamed to admit that we misled you. But it was the only way to make you come here. We knew you'd pursue the truth. Then that means you lured Colt here as well. Yes, the both of you here together, that's what we set out to do. But why then? Why us? Why would you go to such lengths to just screw with us? They want you to kill Colt. But why would I do that? I don't understand. You will get power? Fuck you, I don't care about your power. Because Tom, we're trying to put things right, return Stillwater to how it was before. And only the two of you together can do this. Because Colt needs to die, and you need to be the one to make it so. Wait, but yeah, Colt caused the other match, right? Kill Colt? But why? Why are either of us so important to whatever it is you're trying to do? It's because of Colt that the time crash occurred in the first place. When, if he hadn't tried to go back and prevent the creation of the alternate timeline. Go to the lab, Tom. Remember it all if you go there. Remember what? Why didn't you tell me? It's not our place to tell you who you are. That's for you to decide, and that time is near. All we've ever wanted is to see you. Oh! 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 No! Leave him alone! Tom, get out of here. Go! Oh! Wait. Colt, you're going to get yourself killed. Alright. They know they can't kill. But who is that guy? They know they can't kill Tom. Are you okay, Tom? Why didn't it attack me? Why did it leave? It's never attacked me this whole time we've been in Stillwater. I think I'm starting to realize something. That monster, there's something familiar about it. Like I know it from a past life or something. Is it the girl? The fact that it left just now when I told it to let you be. You're lucky I turned up when I did. Found out anything interesting yet? We were tricked, Colt. Those letters we received, it was all just a ruse to lure us here. The Shadow people seem to think there's something for us to do here. Tricked? But why? What should we do now? The lab. We need to go to the lab where the accident happened. Whatever it is that we came here to find, it's waiting for us there. We've come too far to just turn around now. You're right. We need to see this through to the end, no matter what. Have you managed to find all the lab keys? Almost. There's only a few more places I need to search. Well then, you go on ahead and tie up any loose ends. I'll take one last look around the building for any supplies. We'll meet up after that and confront whatever awaits us together. Okay, but be careful. Well, I'll go and look around. You take care of unlocking the lab. Be careful. I'll see you on the other side. And I'll see you. See you on the other side. What is it I'm supposed to remember? Is it something that is better off forgotten? I'll read that one first. It's a handwritten memo left by a professor. Lenin's flag, heraldry, pink lady, peaceful beach, hermitage. Lenin, heraldry, pink lady. I'll try to remember that. 78315. 78315. A secret compartment reopens, revealing the storm pin. How much health do I have? So I pretty much have to use one of my painkillers anyways. So I'm gonna do that. That gives me 50 if I remember correctly. Well. Lucky dude, I don't care. I actually do not. Oh! That's it. There we go. No turning back now. Hey Tom, wait up! I'm coming too! Is this gonna be a bad ending? Is there a good ending for this game? I feel so... So, you made it here after all. Terra, you're the one who came all the way here to see. What's the meaning of all this? I may as well tell you now, since you made it this far. Now that you're here, in the place where it all happened, you remember it all soon anyway. Remember what? Why is this place so important? This is where time crashed. 3 months ago tonight. The incident that occurred here was so disorienting for the both of you that your memories were wiped completely clean. In a few minutes, when this machine activates and pulls us all into the time crash itself, it'll all come flooding back. While we wait for that to happen, let me give you those answers you came here to find. You're saying we've been here before? We were involved in an accident that occurred? Indeed, that's exactly what I'm saying. But perhaps I'm not being forward enough. If I'm going to tell you everything, it's no harm that you know who I really am. A shadow creature. So you've been leading us all along this whole time. No doubt you noticed me trailing you ever since you first arrived in town. I couldn't reveal who I really was to you then, but now it doesn't matter. I presume by now that you've realized that it was us who instigated the accident which occurred here, and the merge at the mechanic complex as well. We've begun to think something similar. The only thing that I still don't know is why you've done such a thing in the first place. When we are strong enough, our shadow beings can command almost limitless power. Stranded on this planet, so far from our original home, we have been weakened immensely. Ever since we awakened underneath the Beyond. All those years ago, we've been trying to slowly regain our former strength, so that we could finally be in the conquest of this world that we came here to do. Our power is sustained by negative energy. As death and destruction occur around us, we feed upon the misery and become more powerful. We'd almost regained our full strength when the fool Faraday defeated us in the catacombs of the mansion. The destruction of our puppet, the house's original owner, reduced us almost to nothing. But all was not lost. Using our last bit of power, we brought Faraday under our control to replace the vessel he had killed. His body now inhabited by our leader, my father, Faraday became instrumental to our comeback. Alone, he came to Stillwater and soon rose his status, until he became a man of considerable influence. In the meantime, we slowly regained some power from the few victims we had killed since our defeat. We decided a new base of operations and shifted our monolith to its current location in the coal mine. That's an interesting story, but what's it got to do with what happened here? We were amassing power too slowly for our liking. We would be dead at this rate by the time we were powerful enough to advance upon humanity. We began looking for ways of generating a lot of negative energy at once. This is when we heard of Mahani's research in quantum physics. When we understood what a merge was, we realized that it was possible to create a limitless supply of power. By using this technology to tap into the chaotic void that had been created by the merge, we would be able to gather all the energy we needed. But it didn't work out. Our rise to power was halted yet again. I managed to dismantle the merge and return the facility back to normality. Your power source was suddenly cut off. That's right, we began to despair, but we pressed on, having Faraday sponsor further research into the area. Finally, we made a breakthrough. We gained the ability to travel back into the past. This meant that we could manipulate time and create parallel timeline where the merge had never ended. We might not have been able to create a new merge, but we would certainly just as well siphon energy from a world where the first one never ended. Indeed, this is what we decided to do. Since the machine was under our jurisdiction of researchers outside of the direct control, we had to hijack the machine. The best time to do this was naturally the press conference, but its use was to be trialed for the first time. We switched the machine settings with our own and convinced them to use one of our peoples as the time traveler. Your goal was to have them kill Colt, right? You wanted to kill Colt and create a parallel world where he never entered the merge, didn't you? That's right, Tom. Our leader selected the person he trusted the most to carry out this act, which would determine the fate of our entire species. He chose you, Tom. His son. My brother. You chose Tom? What do you mean? How could you have chosen Tom? Tom's not... On the contrary. The truth is, Tom, you are a being of shadow too, just like me. A time crash wiped your memory clean, and you were trapped in this human body, which we had forged for you. But how? If this is true, why did you forget it all? The Colt from this timeline somehow found out that we were trying to do. This man who you've been working with this whole time, he tried to kill you to stop you from carrying out your duty, and his meddling caused time itself to crash. He interrupted you just as you were about to deliver the final blow. Time spun out of control, the two timelines merged into one. Two different worlds, one where Colt lived and the one where he died. The monsters from the alternate timeline surged through the town, and all hell broke loose. We weren't powerful enough to place them under our control, and soon we were also in danger. It was made worse by their leader, the monster you've been pursued all around town by had a personal vendetta against us. She knew it was us who had caused her to become what she was. She wanted revenge, so that's Tiffany. She? The monster was a woman. But then that can only mean one thing. That's right. Your beloved Tiffany is alive and well, but as you can see, in this case, she was better off dead. So Colt managed to foil your plans once again. Why lure us back here? What done is done, isn't it? This world has been in flux since the time crash. It cannot return to normal and separate the timelines once more, because the event that serves as the diversion point has not yet resolved. While you both live, it cannot be stopped. I lured you back here to complete what was interrupted 3 months ago. Tom, it is your duty to kill Colt, and that is what you have come here to do. Do I have to? No, I refuse to do it. I'm not one of you. I have my own free will. You can burn in hell for all I care. I kinda wanted to see a decision. I wanted there to be a decision instead of that, but okay. Very well then, I didn't think you'd do it that easily. Your true identity is still clouded by the false identity which you adopted when you took control of the human body you now inhabit. But soon we will be inside the void, at the very heart of the time crash, and there your memories will return and you will know what to do. Will I have any control over it? I assume not, because if I have memories... I remembered now. Everything. All of my memories have come flooding back. I know everything. I know what I have to do now. It is the only thing that can be done. What are you doing? You can't... Shut up, you're the one who caused all of this. Oh, I'm not aiming at Tom. Or I'm not aiming at Colt. Tom, what are you doing? I'm going to shoot this bitch right in the head. She tricked me this whole time. Alice was never real. She used me to do her dirty work. Tom, what's happened? How can you still not remember who you are? Oh, I remember just fine who I am, Tara. You're just forgetting one thing. I may remember my life as a shadow, but I also remember my life as a human. Well, we'll just say that one's more inspiring than the other. Okay, I mean, I can understand that, but if you don't kill Colt, doesn't that mean the time merge will continue? You're shooting the pathetic humans over your own race. You murderous traitor. We'll teach you what it means to be a creature of shadow. Very well, I'll just have to use a few more bullets. Wait, let me just get my I assume the handgun is the best weapon, so I'm gonna get that one. Oh no. Damn it. Damn it! gonna have to use, actually first aid kit, yeah. There you go, 1 down, 2 to go. Hey, Colt! Be of use, bitch! God damn it, you're pathetic. So now I have to use my painkillers. There you go. 1 left. 1 left before I'm finished with these guys. Colt, please, could you do something? Fuck you, Shadows! Fuck you! Did that stop the merge? Or... Tom, you saved me back there. You fought and killed your own people to save me. I don't know what to say. You didn't have to say anything. I knew what had to be done. I'm not the same as them anymore. Even if my memories of Alice are false, I still know what love is. Shadow people are cruel and cold. I couldn't let them stamp out people capable of love. Okay, I mean, sure. So you kill them to stop them taking over. Now, what will you do? The time crash is still in act and those monsters cannot return to peaceful oblivion until it's brought to an end. There's still one shadow still who needs to be destroyed. My death will return everything to normal and cleanse this world of the shadow people's evil once and for all. You got to kill yourself? No, there must be some other way. You can't do that. I appreciate your concern, but this is the only way. It's the only way to restore the timelines. Plus, what do I have to do? What do I have to live for? My beloved sister is a figment of my imagination. Even if I do get over her somehow, I won't last more than a few years on this planet. I can't change what I am. A creature that can thrive only where there is no life. You're sure? Well, if you're certain that it's the choice you want to make, I'll make sure everyone knows what happened here, Tom. Humanity will know that you saved them. The events that unfolded in Stillwater determined the fate of the entire human race. Tom's sacrifice ensured that the final traces of the Shadow People's malice on Earth were destroyed. Upon returning from Stillwater, Colt recounted the story of what had unfolded in the town. Much like the events that had been observed 7 years previously, the Stillwater incident soon burst into the public eye. At long last, the story of how the Shadow People had come so close to taking control of Earth was revealed. As Colt promised, Tom's sacrifice was honored by the world. Having finally obtained closure with regards to his ordeal 7 years ago, Colt retired to the snowy waste of Alaska, where he wrote a book detailing his experiences, making his peace at last with Tiffany's memory. Meanwhile, a special branch of the CIA was formed with the purpose of keeping track of new quantum research projects so that similar events could be prevented. As of 2015, the future, if not bright, is at least hopeful. There we go. I got the good... Oh, you could have gotten the bad ending. So I assume you could have gotten the bad ending if you didn't find out all about the creatures and stuff like that. So I got the hard difficulty. I used 2 first aids, only 2 stimulants. Saved 26 times, spastic saver. And it took me 2 hours and 46 minutes and 33 seconds to finish this game. One night full circle. So, wow. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think Dark Gaia is a single person. Yeah, it is. So Dark Gaia is one person, not a company. Well, obviously it's both, but nice. That was nice. I'm happy about this game compared to the last one. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the last one was bad. It was a poor game. It had like, it even had like mistakes in the writing and stuff like that. I really didn't enjoy that game, but this game managed to combine both the good things about One Night 1 and the few good things about One Night 2, the Beyond, and managed to create an actually like a fluent game. It worked well. I didn't like the whole fighting system with turn-based combat. I didn't really care that much about the whole thing. But the plot was better. The ending was dramatic. It had it had some lore in it. It wrapped up the 3 games very well together. Obviously, it's not a perfect game. I mean, this is like RPG Maker games, and very rarely RPG Maker games can actually be spectacular. And the puzzles were okay, mostly mathematics. I'm gonna assume that the person who made this game has a thing for mathematics because of that. But yeah, I like this game. I don't really have a lot of stuff left to say because I already said everything I can about this game. I enjoyed it. It wasn't perfect, of course. But, well, I can't remember if I ever gave a review for the first game. I think this game... I think it's about on par, maybe a bit better than the first game. Yeah, maybe it's a bit better than the first game. I prefer the first game. I like the system that they had with the whole deal with that you have to avoid the enemies and you can't actually fight against them unless you have like knife and tasers. I think it was. But yeah, this was a nice game. It was a nice game. When it comes to RPG Maker games, I think that this would be like a light 7, I'd say. Yeah, a light 7. Yeah, I liked it. It was good. Maybe it even would go to a light 8 at a good day, but it's somewhere between like 7.5, 7, somewhere there. Let's say 7.5. I'm happy that it worked out. I'm kind of pissed that this sewer part pissed me off a lot. It was kind of maybe my own fault, but also it was kind of bullshit to have that long of a trip before you can get to an actual save point. Like, the save point is supposed to be at the beginning of the game, or in the beginning of the part, so you don't have to listen to all the cutscenes and yada 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 again. So, now I finally wrapped up One Night series, the game that inspired me to start my own YouTube channel back in the day with One Night, the first game. This was a good trip for me. This was a good trip. I'm definitely going to play more RPG Maker games, but now that I'm done with this series, I will just edit this up, and then I will play some other indie game, and just see what happens. I enjoyed this. This was a good game. This was a good game. I really liked it. But without further ado, we all have things to do. So thank you everybody for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya. There we go. That was a game. That was a fucking game. Good job, guys. Good fucking job.